Hello Taurus, welcome to your twin flame reading here at Soul Evolution Tarot. Today we're going to have a timeless reading, so whenever you're going to come across it, trust that there might be a message for you. I just want you to know that this reading is not a continuation from previous readings, so just keep that in mind. Also, I'm going to have an extended video link today to this video, so if you'll be interested, it's going to be down below in the description box. Otherwise, today we're going to be looking at your divine masculine energies, your energies, and then the connecting energy for both of you. Also, I'll be pulling some oracle cards and messages from your divine masculine. I just want you to know that it is a general reading, so please take whatever is resonating and leave what doesn't. Also, keep in mind that energies are not gender specific, so assign the role for yourself as needed. Cross watchers are welcome. Other than that, this reading is for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. If you will feel guided to exchange energy on this channel, please consider liking this video, subscribing, sharing, or leaving me comments. Thank you for being here and for providing all of your support and feedback. Okay guys, now let's get into your reading. My spirit guides that do no harm to me or through me for the highest and greatest good of all, please provide with clear guided messages. So let's take a look. Okay, I'm not going to take this card because it came out too quickly. So let's take a look and see what energies are currently surrounding your divine masculine at this time. Okay. Okay, so we do have love coming through. Okay, we also have abandonment. And healing. Beautiful. So what I'm seeing, guys, for your divine masculine, I feel with this love card, there's definitely a lot of love and compassion for your divine feminine, but I feel this divine masculine might have been struggling with some sort of abandonment issues, which could be coming from their childhood traumas or issues, okay, or even previous, relationship. But the good thing about it, we did get the healing card, so spirit is indicating that your divine masculine is currently in this mode of healing this trauma within themselves, which is really positive, and they do hold a lot of love and compassion for you, even though you might not see it this way. But in truth, this divine masculine, they do have this love for you, even though they maybe never have spoken to you about it or never really showed you, but in truth, this divine masculine does care about you. They do have this beautiful energy towards you. So it might be just this abandonment, trauma might have been preventing them from, fully expressing or expressing at all about their feelings to you, divine feminine. Okay, so let's grab some tarot and see what's happening. So when it comes to their mental space, when they're thinking about you, what kind of thoughts they get. Okay, so what's on their mind at this time? Okay, we do have the Three of Swords, so definitely this divine masculine currently in lower vibrational energy, especially when they're thinking about you, because something might have been really painful happening between you two, and it brings a lot of, the sadness and pain within this divine masculine. Okay, we also have Seven of Swords. Oof. Okay, and the Two of Swords. Wow, all sword energy. So definitely your divine masculine is overthinking the situation. They might have a tendency to really analyze situation, and which brings them into a lot of confusion, uncertainty, and a lot of pain as well, because if they have a tendency to overthink, they might be creating all these negative scenarios in their head, which then lead to this heartbreaking, painful energies here with the Three of Swords. So I do see the Seven of Swords here. For some of you guys, this divine masculine might have done something, okay, where they know that they did something wrong, whether it was, not being honest with you, whether they were perhaps involved with somebody else, or again, it's a general reading, so it could be pretty much anything, but Seven of Swords does talk about some sort of deception here. Again, it might not be on their part, however, between you two there was something that created this energy of deception. Maybe this divine masculine might even perceive you, divine feminine, as someone not being honest with them, but I feel like it's more of this energy where they might be really regretting something that they've done or said that created this heartbreak between you two. And again, this might have been due to because this divine masculine had some sort of an abandonment issue, okay? They are trying to heal, or spirit is really pushing them towards this healing. However, this divine masculine might have difficulty actually working through these energies, and perhaps they might be really closing themselves off. Now we do have the Two of Swords, which tells me that at this time they're not seeing situation clearly. They perhaps not even think straight, or there's a lot of fog and confusion happening in their mental space. So I do see them being sort of lost at this point when it comes to this connection, when it comes to this union between you two. But even though they might be experiencing and overthinking the situation, they still hold this love for you, divine feminine, even though they might not actually admit this to themselves just yet, that they actually do have this love for you, okay? Because they might be even self-sabotaging themselves over the Seven of Swords here, not accepting their true feelings, true love for you, okay? So they might be in this state of denial where they like their heart space is actually pushing them towards you, but at the same time they're in their ego. I do see them being a lot in their mind, overthinking, which creates a lot of as I said, negative perhaps thoughts that might be blocking them from actually hearing their own intuition, hearing their own heart, and which creates this self-sabotaging energy around this masculine right now. Okay, so let's take a look when it comes to their emotional body, emotional state. Okay, so we do have the Nine of Wands coming through. We have the Six of Wands, and we have the Wheel of Fortune, Major Arcana here. So when it comes to their feelings, yes, they're pretty much guarded here with the Nine of Wands. They're not letting anyone in, not you, not anybody else, because this divine masculine was really hurt before, and again, they still struggling with releasing this abandonment issue within themselves. So I feel like they might be coming off someone very guarded and not wanting even to acknowledge their own feelings. However, with the Six of Wands, there is this desire to perhaps, you know, be successful when it comes to this connection. But at the same time, Six of Wands might also here talk about them being in their ego, okay, in their pride. So right now they're fully blocked emotionally and mentally from this connection, because they still have healing to do here. There's still a lot of healing that needs to be done on their part, and I feel like they've been resisting this healing. They've been denying their feelings, and they're pretty much in this, I would say, even victim conscious mentality here, where they might be, you know, even thinking or perceiving themselves as a victim here in the situation, even though you, Divine Feminine, might not have done anything wrong in this situation, but just because this Divine Masculine was, you know, their inner child was already wounded, you might have just triggered these wounds within them, and that's how they feel right now. So they still have a lot of work to do on themselves. So with the Wheel of Fortune, they're definitely wanting some change, for things to change. Perhaps they're hoping that things will at some point you know, will turn around for them. But what they're not understanding here is that first they need to acknowledge their own, you know, perhaps mistakes, perhaps acknowledge their own feelings, work through their any fears, any inner child wounding, okay, and that's when things will start shifting. Otherwise, you know, you cannot do this healing for them. But they're definitely feeling that you guys are someone very destined on their path, and deep down they know that you guys are meant to be in their life for a reason. So even though they might not fully understand this or comprehend this connection just yet, I feel deep down they know that perhaps meeting you, or you know, being you know, you, Divine Feminine, being in their life significantly have shifted their perception, significantly have shifted their perhaps vision on how they were viewing life before. Okay, so there's, you know, something within them. They feel that something is happening, but I feel like this Divine Masculine cannot actually truly understand what is happening right now, because they're too much in their ego right now, or they are deeply wounded, and these, you know, wounds need to be, you know, healed before they could actually align and come to this union. So let's take a look and see what actually might be shifting and changing for this Divine Masculine, okay? Okay, we have the King of Wands coming through. So fire energy here. So your Divine Masculine might be a fire sign. We do have the Nine of Cups. And we have the Seeker of Cups, which is the Page of Cups. Okay, let's see here. So I feel like they do want to be in this energy of someone as this King of Wands, someone very confident, someone very someone who has strong willpower, and you know, some King of Wands is someone who's a leader. They do have ambition, they do have goals, and they actually not only have goals, but they actually go out and make their goals a reality here. So I feel like with the Nine of Cups, they do have this wish, they do feel this love towards you. So perhaps they might be perceiving you as Divine Feminine as their wish fulfillment. So they do want to kind of go out there and take some steps towards you. And with the Page of Cups, you might be actually, you know, later on hearing from this Divine Masculine. They might be reaching out to you and perhaps, you know, in a way opening up to you, perhaps expressing their feelings. I cannot say that they're going to be fully open and receptive, because Page is someone who's still very immature. So emotionally speaking, this divine masculine might be still a little bit immature. However, they're working towards, building this confidence, building, their strength in order to be in their own power, perhaps working through their fears, working through their traumas, because they do have this wish or goal that they have set for themselves, and they're going to be working towards that. Okay, so I will say here that you might have to be patient with this divine masculine, because they still have a lot of things to heal and work on. However, I do see them working, I do see them working on themselves. Okay, so even though at times they might be denying their own feelings and thoughts, in the end, this King of Wands energy is someone who actually takes the action, someone who does the work. So I feel like in the near future, if they're not doing so just yet, in the near future, they are going to be stepping into this role of someone who's actually going to be taking action towards their goals and dreams. Okay, and one of their dreams might be you, divine feminine, because we do see this love card. So definitely they are right now in the state of confusion, in the state of hurt, pain. However, they are starting to step up to the plate and perhaps walking the path of healing and really balancing themselves, really having the self-love towards them. So there is a good indication here that this divine masculine will start improving their own feelings, their own thoughts here. Okay, but it might take some time for them, because they still have a long way to go. Okay, so now let's move on to you, divine feminine, and see what's your thoughts and feelings when it comes to your divine masculine. So let's look at your mental space first. Okay, we have the Empress, beautiful Empress coming through for you, which is Libra and Taurus energy, Taurus right here. We do have the Hanged Man, another major arcana, which is the Pisces energy. And we have the Ten of Swords here, okay? So two major arcanas. I feel like you, divine feminine, you are currently in this beautiful energy of being an empress, so you are in your power. I feel like you also have a lot of love and compassion towards your divine masculine. You kind of understand what they might be going through, and with this Hanged Man that you had your awakening. You actually see the situation from a different perspective, so you realize that this divine masculine needs this time in order to heal themselves. Okay, so you're not kind of stressing too much about the situation, even though we do have the Ten of Swords here. Yes, you've been through this painful experience, but it is almost, the cycle is over, and you know that from now on, you're moving in the right direction. You're moving away from all of these painful energies, and you're getting a lot of enlightenment here when it comes to your divine masculine. You know that the separation, this period of pause, is necessary for them to really heal themselves, because you've been through this and you have risen above. You became this empress, someone who's nurturing, loving, caring, compassionate, and you do feel that all of these energies towards your divine masculine, even though they might have hurt you before, but I feel like you do have this forgiveness within you, and you're willing to see their situation, see what they might be struggling with at this time, okay, which is beautiful energy here. So mentally, I feel like you are on the right path here. So you are in the right energy. So stay this way and continue doing what you're doing. Now, when it comes to your emotional state, emotional body, let's take a look and see. We do have 8 of Pentacles. We have King of Wands, okay, so King of Wands showing up. So you do see your Divine Masculine as this King of Wands, okay, and we do have the 8 of Cups. Okay, let's see here. So we do have 8 here. So for some of you, it might be significant. You might want to look up this number. So with the 8 of Pentacles, I feel like you've been putting a lot of work into this situation. Perhaps in the past, you've been putting way too much effort into this connection, and obviously you did not get this reciprocity from your Divine Masculine because they were not in the right energy, they were not in the right, state of mind. And energetically speaking, they were just not ready for this union. You do really understand this, but you're someone who is willing to put work and effort into the situation. You do see this Divine Masculine as your counterpart, okay? You do see them as this King of Wands. Again, for some of you, you might be dealing with a fire sign because we do have King of Wands coming twice. So you realize that they do have the potential to become this King of Wands. However, right now you feel like with this 8 of Cups, you might need to step away from this, from this idea of being in union with this Divine Masculine. I'm not saying forever, but at this time, because you do realize they're just not ready, to be in this partnership. So they do need some time. So you are kind of walking towards your own goals and dreams and focusing your attention on yourself, which is a great thing to do. You're someone who's very hardworking, and you're mastering all of your, emotions, all of your thoughts, and your mental body here. So I feel like you are standing already in your power, and you do know that this Divine Masculine, it will take some time for them to fully heal. So I feel like you are surrendering and accepting the situation for now, which is again a great thing. You are walking away from these 10 of Swords, all of disappointment, pain, betrayal, whatever it might be in your situation. So you're just walking a brighter future for you right now, Divine Feminine. So let's see what actually might be shifting and changing for you. Okay, we have the Judgment card, but it came out in the reversed position. Okay. We do have the Chariot, another major arcana here, which is Cancerian energy. And we do have the Page of Cups. Okay, interesting. Page of Cups here, again, showing up for both of you in future energy. So you guys mirroring this energy right here. So we do have the Judgment card in reverse. So I feel like you do understand that you both are meant to be together. However, at this time, in this current time, your Divine Masculine is not ready to for this reconciliation with your Divine Feminine. So you are acknowledging this. It doesn't mean that you're letting go of them again for good, but you are kind of stepping away, perhaps, focusing on yourself more. You are moving forward with this Chariot card. So you're creating beautiful things in your own life. You're you know, walking towards your goals and dreams, desires. You might be really, you know, expanding yourself. So that's a beautiful energy right here for you, Divine Feminine. And I feel like it will bring you this Page of Cups, some sort of surprise for you. So you might really be, you know, focusing your attention elsewhere right now, and I feel like by doing that, you're really going to, you know, receive some sort of either good news, or there's going to be some sort of surprise that might be coming from your Divine Masculine. Okay, so this is something that might really, you know, be even shocking to you, because you wouldn't expect maybe this Divine Masculine showing up in your life that quickly. Okay, so I do see like a positive energy coming through. So again, as I said, do whatever you're doing right now, Divine Feminine, because it's going to propel you again towards your, you know, bright future. And perhaps this Divine Masculine will unexpectedly show up in your life again. For some of you, I do feel that there's going to be an apology coming from them. So just because you're not sitting and waiting for this Divine Masculine, that's when, you know, things will start shifting for you in this positive direction here. So Divine Feminine, again, I see you doing great on your own right now. So just really stay on this path, continue doing what you're doing. Okay, now let's get some cards for connecting energies here. So what's the connecting energy for both of you guys at this time? Okay, we do have the Ace of Swords coming through. We have Ten of Pentacles. And we do have the Lovers, Major Arcana, Gemini energy. Okay. Let's take a closer look. So I feel like with the Ace of Swords, you both really want perhaps to see clearly the situation, especially your Divine Masculine, because I feel you know, they're in a lot of confusion right now mentally because of these Two of Swords. So they really want to know the truth. Perhaps, you know, perhaps they also want to speak their truth to you, Divine Feminine, especially for some of you that know that this Divine Masculine was not honest with you before. I feel like deep down they really want to come forward and tell you the truth. Maybe they want to express their feelings towards you, but definitely there's this sense, both of you wanting to have this conversation together. You are thinking about communicating. Now with the Ten of Pentacles, you really both see the potential of this connection. You know that you would make each other happy. Okay, even create something solid and stable, because Ten of Pentacles often represent family situation or long-term connection. So you both really see that if you both put a lot of work and effort into the situation, and this union could lead up to something, you know, stable and beautiful here with this Ten of Pentacles, because I feel like this is something you both want, even though your Divine Masculine might be denying this, but deep down they do want this stability. They do want, you know, this union with you. Again, with the Lovers card, definitely you both feel this love towards one another, but for some of you, of course it's not going to resonate for all, but there is choice between two people, whether it's on divine masculine side or on your side, divine feminine, but someone needs to really make a choice here between two people, and this might have, you know, caused a lot of heartbreak and pain between you two, because this divine masculine might have been involved with somebody else and they didn't really tell you honestly what was going on. But with the Lovers card, again, you both really feel this that this connection is very special. It's like divine love here. Okay, it's not just any typical you know, relationship that you might have encountered before. So I feel like you both realize that you're meant to be in one another's life, but you divine feminine, you're just more aware of this connection, and this divine masculine still needs a lot of things to work through and heal. Okay, so now let's move on to your oracle cards. First, let's grab one card from Monology deck. So what else would Spirit want you to know at this time? Okay, we do have You Are Good Enough, Full Moon, and Virgo. So I feel like this message is for both of you. I feel like Spirit wants you to really embrace yourself, to really feel good about yourself and have this self-confidence within you, that you are good enough for this divine masculine or vice versa. Okay, because especially for your divine masculine, because they might have you know, had this doubt, especially if there's someone dealing with abandonment issues, someone that thinks that they might not be good enough, or just because they have this trauma within themselves, they might be lacking the self-confidence. But I feel like this might also be a message for you, divine feminine, that you are good enough, and know that you know, you didn't do anything wrong. It's just maybe this divine masculine that needed you know, that needs this healing at this time. So you do need to be more patient. It has nothing to do with you. You are good enough. Okay, so let's grab one card from Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Okay, we have number 11 by the book. Okay, so this card does talk about doing things right, perhaps, you know, following certain rules, or, you know, doing things just like by the book, like it says here. So perhaps what this card talks about in your relationship, I feel like you've done everything that was right, you know, divine feminine. So if you had any doubt within you that maybe you've done something wrong or you've made mistakes, Spirit is indicating that there was nothing that you did wrong, even though if you have done some mistakes, those mistakes were necessary for both of you, because you both are learning on this journey. So don't feel like you might have messed up in the situation, because you were doing your best at the time. Okay, and we all make mistakes in life, which is normal. We're all human. So even though you perhaps wanted to make the right thing between you two, but it didn't work out, Spirit is indicating that it's all was necessary for both of you. You both were learning certain lessons at that time, and you still are. So don't need to, you know, feel bad about that. Okay, now let's grab this energy oracle here. Okay, we have number 13, financial constraints. So for some of you, either you or your divine masculine might be having some sort of financial issues, okay, for not financial constraints. But I do see for you, divine feminine, that you are going to be moving forward. You're a very hardworking individual, and I feel like things will start improving for you, definitely with this Chariot card. So if you're worried about your finances, I feel like, you know, things will start expanding and moving forward. So don't be in this fearful energy that things are not working out. There's going to be an improvement. Okay, maybe your divine masculine also was somewhat tied to this financial situation, and it also brought a lot of, you know, a lot of fear within them. But I do see them working towards their goals and dreams here, being, you know, taking some sort of action. So there's going to be an improvement and wish fulfillment, especially with the 9 of Cups here for this divine masculine. So the situation will improve if you're worried about your finances. Okay, now I also want to grab one card from it's called Starseed Oracle. Okay, I just want to see for you, divine feminine, where you might be in your ascension journey. Okay, perhaps what advice spirit has for you at this time. So let's grab one card and see. Okay, this one says your life is a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative, accountability. Okay, beautiful. So Spirit is saying here, you have power in your hands in order to create anything that you like in your own life. Okay, so your life is a canvas and you're the artist, so you have the ability to manifest and bring things into fruition for you. You have this creative energy within you, and you just need to, you know, take that leap of faith, take this step forward towards creating this beautiful life for yourself. Okay, divine feminine, so don't be afraid to perhaps do things that you always wanted to do, perhaps act upon your goals and dreams. Perhaps you had certain ideas where you would see yourself, and Spirit is indicating that you have the ability to create and manifest anything in your life. You just gotta really trust and believe in yourself, because you are good enough. Okay, so that's beautiful here, beautiful message. Now let's grab these cards and see what kind of life lessons are you currently working on. So I will pull one card for your divine masculine, and then one card for you, divine feminine. Okay, we have peace. I'm a being of love and I release all negative energy. So Spirit is really pushing this divine masculine toward finding their inner peace, peace in their surrounding. Okay, and they are wanting for this divine masculine to really feel the love and release all the negative energies from their life. Okay, so that's a beautiful energy. And I just did Aries, and their divine masculine got the same card, but to be honest, their divine masculine was in totally different energies here. But the life lesson that they've been working on is peace as well. Okay, so now for you, divine feminine here. We have health. I will honor the physical vessel and that enshrines my soul. Okay, so Spirit perhaps wants you to pay attention to your physical health, okay, your body especially, because it does talk about physical vessel here. So you might be struggling with something when it comes to your health here, and Spirit is wanting you to pay close attention to that, okay, because it's a very important, okay, to have a healthy body, mind and soul. So you do need to balance, you know, all aspects of your life. Now, before we move into the messages from your Divine Masculine, I want to grab one more card as an advice for you, Divine Feminine, okay, from this beautiful Wild Offering Oracle deck. So let's see here. What's the message for you from this time? Okay, we have doubt. Offering all to the divine doesn't mean negativity never arises, but you can say, free me from this prison of doubt. I cast this burden to you. Show me your will and restore me to faith and confidence, okay? So Spirit is wanting you to release any doubts. Again, this doubt about being good enough, this doubt about your Divine Masculine not having love for you, this doubt perhaps of coming together with this Divine Masculine at some point. So Spirit is wanting you to release all of that, and you can do so by, you know, setting intention for yourself and actually speaking these words out loud, so they actually create these vibrations and attract, you know, more high vibrational energy into your life. So really try to release any doubt you might be having, because it might really throw you off your own balance, and it's just not going to get you anywhere, because you know, when we're not confident in ourselves, we start doubting things. That's when all these fears are start to, you know, come up again, and sometimes our minds start, you know, playing this, you know, tricks on us, okay? So be careful with how you're perceiving the situation, how what kind of thoughts you're creating in your mind, because thoughts create our reality, okay? So just remember that. Change your mindset if you have to. There's many helpful affirmations, there's many videos or music that might be helping you to change your mindset, so you might want to really research that, and it will help you, you know, get away from this doubt that you might be having at this time, okay? So now let's get some messages from your Divine Masculine. So what would they want you to know, Divine Feminine? Let's take a look. Okay, so this one says here, I've had sleepless nights over you. So there's a lot of anxiety and worry coming through for this Divine Masculine, and definitely because they're too much in their head, again, doubting, creating a lot of fears in their own heads, and I feel like they had trouble sleeping, or, you know, they had some sort of nightmares because they are just too much in this fearful energy, creating these negative thoughts about this connection, how things will turn out for them. And they do need to also work on their mindset, because I feel like the mindset they're in right now is just not really helping them heal at this time. So they might, you know, need either help from someone, or they need to come into this realization where they need to change their mindset. Okay, so what else? We also have this card. It says, I can't stop thinking about you. So yeah, didn't I just say that they're too much in their head about this situation? They're just constantly overthinking, and I feel like this overthinking really brings them into this paralysis state where they're just you know, really fearing this negative outcome. So they really need to stop doing this to themselves. Okay, so what else? This one says we are aligning on energetic levels. So energetically speaking, you might be, you know, this divine masculine might be trying to align with you, divine feminine, which is a good thing, because I do see you, divine feminine, you know, being in a much more positive state of mind, and emotionally speaking, you're much more stable than this divine masculine. So they do want to, you know, align with you, and I feel like they are trying, but it's really difficult for them at this time. Okay, and let's get one more message. This one says, I miss kissing and touching you. So they're definitely, you know, missing your presence. They do want to be close to you, to have this physical connection and touch. So definitely there is a lot of love for you. So don't think that this divine masculine does not care about you, even though they might be coming up as someone who's not showing you anything, or even, you know, maybe doing the opposite, maybe hurting you in some way at this time. However, they hold this love for you, even though, as I said, they might be even denying this to themselves at this time. So just try to stay more hopeful, optimistic, and faithful, and I feel like things will start, you know, shifting and changing once you know, shift your focus from this connection for now into something that would make you happy and fulfilled at this time, divine feminine. Okay, so I hope it has resonated. Let me know. Also, you might want to check the extended link. Okay, it's going to be down below in the description box. Otherwise, guys, I'm sending you absolute love and light, and I will see you in my next readings. Take care. Bye bye.